How about now? Ah, okay. All right, let me check again. Whew. Glad that's the first thing I checked. I've gotten into that habit because to be honest, it's more than once that's been an issue. Let's see. So now that I changed it, is my voice unsynced? It looks reasonably well synced at the moment, so that's good. Okay, great, great. I was worried there for a second. How much time am I in here? Like 2 minutes already? Okay, not too bad. Let's put on. Oh my gosh! 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 Let's put on the music. I just spilled some things on the floor and then ate them. That might be a little loud. Okay, let's put on the chatter. And let's put on the Chrome window. Okay. So now if I go to Manager, this is where I tend to chat. Let's see what it says. AI, what is the opposite of chatting? What is the opposite of chatting? All right, that seems fine. Okay, so that's up. All right, let's go look at my repo. Oh, comment get. So I copied all the files over to comment get, but I certainly have not finished it. All right, all right. ARM64, okay. So to get a comment, what are we going to need to do? This should get strings from the table, so we're going to scan, right? Well, we're going to scan somewhere. So we don't want to put an item into the dynamo. We want to scan. Good. Okay, we're in position. Now, let's go back. go back and look at Dynamo. Yeah, right here. Scan. Okay, perfect. Took me right to it. All right, so now we're going to look at what we put for scan input. Let's take a peek. Where did it go? Okay, so this member is required. That would make sense. It looks like maybe we only need the table name. If we can get away with just the table name, I am all about that. That sounds wonderful. So we do not put, here we scan the table of comments to get all of them. That's the idea for now. It'll probably need iteration later, but that's the idea for now. Yeah? All right. So it doesn't have an item. That's it. That's it, baby. That is it. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, that is it. We are not going to do any kind of emailing. That would be very pointless. So we're just not going to do it, of course. It's kind of a lot about emailing. Okay, great. Funk hello. Error. So we're not going to save. We are going to get comments. Right? Okay. Okay. This would be scanned comments from. Okay. I don't think that's quite working. I think I'm still doing something wrong there. Make static check work in here, please. Okay. All right, let's look it over. Package main. We're going to import. That makes sense, I think. Author and text. Fair enough. Client. The context still says to do. So I don't know. If it works, it works, I suppose. But I suppose if it says to do, so I guess it's probably not doing anything, or maybe it is. Well, to do. Look into what the config, or excuse me, not the config, the context is actually doing here. All right. Seems okay. So then I did not end up using this get dynamo string. I might still need it. Perhaps not, though. It might be almost just about time to get rid of it. So, pretty interesting. According to my phone timer, there's 39 minutes left on the laundry. I can't really hear it from here with what I'm doing right now. I'm going to take a second, just go look. Yep. Yep. It does indeed say 39 minutes, so that's good. All right. This seems to be going kind of fine. Now, where do we send the response back? The event came in here. Why is it called hello? Lambda start hello? All right, whatever. So let's look at lambda. Let's see here. Do we have a list of services here? It's probably a pretty big list, right? Okay, so here's lambda. Let's take a look. Does this look like a pretty big list? Yeah, I would say so. A pretty big list, in my opinion. Wisdom, huh? Wow. That sounds like kind of an ambitious project, doesn't it? Delivers agents the information they need to solve customer issues as they're actively speaking with customers. Agents can search across connected repositories from within their agent desktop to find answers quickly. Oh, here, let's do, let's activate something. How about the fidget? I don't think I've shown the fidget in a while. Let's see if that works. Okay. Let's see if it'll fidget for us. Yeah, that looks pretty fidgety. All right, so it's a pretty long list, right? And I'm sure there are many people who know every last one of these by heart. There are probably many, many people who do, but I do not. So, it would be a real mind opener. It would be a real mind bender to read like every last one of these. Because there's a lot here. What do you suppose panorama might be? Sure, let's find out. What is it? Brings computer vision to your on-premises camera network. Sounds like another ambitious application. It really does. Very nice. Not only ambitious, but it sounds incredibly useful, right? You know, obviously depending on how well it works. But you know, I mean, a lot of these services work really well. Like Lambda works amazingly. DynamoDB works amazingly. EC2, S tier, absolutely incredible. So I mean, a lot of these work really well. If the panorama works decently well, it sounds like it could be super useful. Anyway, that's completely beside the point. Let's go to Lambda. Did we use a Lambda client? I don't think so. We just used start. Oh. We used lambda.start, and this is from AWS Lambda Go Lambda. Okay, so this is actually quite different. Let's look this up then. Yeah, let's take a look at this one. So it's actually completely different. All right, cool. Invoke with payload. And look here. It looks like it returns a byte array here. That might be where we send the message back to whoever called us, right? Yeah, this byte array right here, that might be what we want. So do I have a handler like that with an invoke? I don't think I do, actually. Interesting, interesting. So when I did start, I passed in the hello, which is a func, but this hello func only returns an error, not a byte array. So did I misread this? Let's see. Okay. My guess then is that if we just return a byte array here, then that might be all that we want. I keep saying byte array, but it's more properly a byte slice, isn't it? Okay, so here I returned nil nil. So to do, return JSON string as the byte here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. All right, is that what we want? Comment struct? I don't know. It would make sense to me. Yeah, sure. All right. So when we scan, we're supposed to get something back. So let's do that next. We're supposed to get a scan output. Okay. So we'll do that. Seems neat so far. Not sure we just want the output. Let's take a look again. Number of items. I might not bother. Okay, so we're going to get the comments from the table. So now we have to change the attribute value to a string. Can we do this? Let's see what it says. Okay, so no. So let's find this thing. So this is an attribute value. Hmm. Okay, okay. Okay, so let me see what I did in the other one. Let me look in the tour again. I don't remember this part well. Maybe it wasn't in the tour. Here we go. Okay, so here we want to be sure we are returning a comment. Impossible type assertion. Oops. Okay, so what is it trying to tell me? I didn't understand it. Impossible type assertion. Value author. Attribute value member S. Does not implement types.attribute value. So it says it has a pointer receiver, right? Okay, so do we want to do this? Perhaps we do want to do that. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. All right, I'm going to get ice cream. It says 14 minutes left on the time. Okay, I'm going to take a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to take like 5 minutes. I'm going to go get some things out of the car. Some things that I've been wanting. My seltzer waters. I'm going to get my seltzer waters out of the car. Oh, boy. Ah, it's after 7. Dag nabbit. All right, yeah. I'm going to go get those. All right, got the seltzer water right there. Winco Foods. I don't know if it focuses very well. Right? Flavored, unsweetened, sparkling water. All right. And I got my ice cream. Okay. This should get comments from the table. Okay, cool. All right, so now we got to go use this. So when we return, so here we want to return a slice of comment. All right. Okay. So now we need to turn that output into a slice of comment. So we can recall that the output has items. Let's see. Scan? Where is scan? Is this the right place? DynamoDB scan. Where are you? Here. Okay. So a scan output comes out and it has items. All right. And each item is itself a map. So we want to go over every single item. And it tells us how many items, right? So count. So we want to look at count. So we're going to say comments equals make a slice of comment, and the size will be output count. What do we think? Okay. So then we're going to go for, and this is going to be comment output items. I haven't used Go much, well, ever really, but not much in a while. So I don't feel confident that all this Go stuff is right at all, but we'll see here. So we're going to say, well, I guess we actually do want this I. And then we'll say comments sub I equals get dynamo comment, right? And then here we use comments. Okay, that seems to make a certain amount of sense, I think. Yeah, seems logical. All right. So then when we return here, assignment mismatch. One variable, but get comments returns two values. So here we'll say comments error, and then here we have to JSON stringify it basically. So we're gonna marshal it, I believe. So we have unmarshal. We want a JSON marshal. And that's going to be here. JSON marshal. Ah, a helpful thing popped up. It's a little ugly. The colors are not good. In fact, I think some of the text is invisible. So that's sad. But it's cool that it popped up. I didn't know it was going to pop up. The colors are horrible. All right, so Marshall returns the JSON encoding of V. Okay, so we're not doing that. We're gonna say JSON string air equals JSON marshal, and then we'll put in comments. Can we do that? If air is not nil, you'd think I'd be able to type that by now. Return nil error. Return JSON string. Not so it says we didn't use comments. I meant to be using comments right here, but I don't think that's correct. Oh, there's my laundry. All right, I'm gonna go get it. So then here we'll do JSON obj. It still says declared and not used comments. Blast. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let me do the laundry. And again, I'll probably take, well, this might be more than 5 minutes, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be okay. I'll be right back. I'm feeling way too energized considering how little sleep I got last night. I got up at 4 in the morning. And I must get up at 4 in the morning again tomorrow. So, what can you do? Alright, let me do the laundry and be right back. Alright. Not too shabby. I'm going to look in a few minutes to see how much time it's supposed to take. But for now, let's see what we're doing. So, now the hello is going to return a byte array. So the next thing to do is find out what happens to that byte array, if anything. Okay. So let's go ahead and build. Okay. And let's go to the ClickOps console. This should be great. Okay, so we're going to go to the access portal and log into the ClickOps console. Let's see. All right. Is a trihedron a platonic solid? Here, let's ask my chatter. AI, what WTF is trihedron? I didn't hear my noise go off. I thought I heard it earlier. Hold on, let me try it over here. Yeah, it didn't make any noise. That's bad. Is it something with my audio setup again? Oh no. Not my audio setup again. A trihedron. It doesn't really sound real to me. I don't know. This was pretty fun, right? Nice one. That's a pretty good graphic. Here, let me bring it over here. My dude, what is your fave hosting website for real? Sims 126. Thank you for chatting. And yes, my favorite hosting website is indeed Amazon. And I don't fuck with any others. I don't really. I do NeoCities. NeoCities is good. And you know what? GitHub Pages is also very good. I like Amazon, but I like NeoCities too. I'm not familiar with Hostinger, but we can take a look. Managed hosting for WordPress. Good start, good start. Managed hosting for WooCommerce. Not familiar with that. Web hosting. All right. Cloud hosting. Fair enough. Agency hosting. Okay, indeed. Website builder with AI. Smart. E-commerce website builder with AI. Sure. Uh-oh. Something popped it up. What have we here? Is this a chatbot? I guess it must be some manner of chatbot. Here, let me bring it over so we can see. They have crazy discounts, yes? Okay, so let's take a look. Blog, features, our story. So how do we just get a website up really quick? Web hosting, let's take a look. $195 per month. Free domain. Oh, really? Oh, really? All right. Free domain, huh? Premium. Create up to 3 websites. $195 per month. 2 months free. Get 48 months for $93.60. 2 mailboxes. Thinking of buying the business one for 4 years? It's probably worth it. I really like Amazon. Amazon is really cheap. So like I don't know what the mailboxes are exact. Each mailbox comes with 1 gig of storage. So I don't think I don't know if I have anything like that on mine right now. I didn't set up anything like that. So all right. It's very ugly, but well, maybe it's not as ugly as it used to be, but if we put some information in here, whatever information it is we want to put down. Okay, so if we hit send, I believe it is set up right now that it should send me an email immediately. So, okay, so let me hit send, and hopefully, oh, this is not part of it. That's Tamper Monkey. Let me get rid of that. Okay. Okay, so here it is. Let me put it in again. That green box, that was Tamper Monkey. Rona! Hi, hello, what are you working on? Well, I'm distracted once again. I'm just showing something very simple, which is that on my site, I'll get an email if I try to send for an appointment, basically. Here, let me put some more... do I have a buffalo? Is there a buffalo? Yes, let's put a buffalo in there. Okay. So if I hit send, it says thank you. Let's see if I got the email. Yep, right there. Can we see it? So I got the email with the buffalo right there. Oh, it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna focus. The simplest thing. All right. So anyway, I was just gonna add a third lambda so that we can actually use the comments. So we're gonna create, and it's gonna be called comment get. We are gonna use go. Go, right? Yeah, go. It's gonna be arm, because ARM, as it explains here, offers lower cost per gigabyte per second, so it's supposed to be cheaper. These lambdas are quite cheap either way, until, see, it's pay for what you use. So if your site gets millions of visitors, then it's not cheap anymore. But with few visitors, it's very cheap. So let's create. Okay, let's maybe not show again. All right, so we're going to upload the zip file. And that, well, I'll have to find it. Projects. Lambda, comment get. Okay, so here it is. Okay. So, that's getting started. I'm just gonna see how much time is left on my laundry, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish this tonight before my laundry is done, but let's see. What plan do I have? So for Amazon, you don't exactly like need a plan. You just create an account, and it's literally just pay for what you use. So there's not like a subscription plan per se. But I am subscribed, so I was interested in what Hostinger said about the free domains, because this DNS service is 50 cents per month per domain. Now, 50 cents per month is not bad. But yeah, that is a recurring charge. All right, let me see. And you can create as many Amazon accounts as you feel like you want or need. Oh, shoot. I'm like shilling for Amazon now. Forget I said anything, but you know, I think it's fine to use it. I'm not familiar with Hostinger. I'm sure it's fine as well. I think NeoCities is a great one, but it's a little bit different. And then there's also GitHub Pages, which is also great, but I actually haven't used GitHub Pages myself in quite a while. But those are all free. Amazon, it has kind of a free tier, but They nerfed the free tier, so you only get free tier within the first 6 months of using it anymore. You used to be able to get a lot more free tier. So it's very sad. But like if you look at the billing, like I'm not paying much cuz the site just doesn't get many visitors, right? So the $15 was to purchase the domain. And then on top of that, there's the 50 cents for the DNS, and then the 3 cents for whatever else. Let's see. Can we look at the breakdown? So registrar, excuse me, $15. Route 53, 152. Because I actually used to have 3 domains on this account, and I moved one of them out to a different account. And then the S3 charge so far for the month is 1 cent. And so that's it. All right, where were we? Let me close some of these. So we just uploaded this. Let's hit test and see what it says. Okay, cool. So now we'll go to the API gateway and get this hooked up. For a domain, yeah, $15 for purchasing a domain. Okay, so we're going to create. It's going to be get comment. Okay. Cool. And then, so that should be good. And so now we need to hook this into the Lambda. So we'll choose Lambda. And then we'll do the comment get. Okay. So far, excuse me. So far, so good, I guess. So now the Lambda will need permission added to it in order to scan the table. Plus, we need to put the table name in here. So it needs an environment variable for the table name. I think that's what it was. Let's see. Dynamo table. Okay, so we'll set the Dynamo table. And that is going to be called... I think it's just called Aquavantage Comments. Aquavantage Comments. Okay, so that'll be it. All right, so then we need to add a permission. Okay, so let's see. So I think we want to go to this role. Is this gonna, what's this gonna do? All right, so for this role, we want to edit and add a Dynamo permission. So we're gonna go add a permission here. Effect will be allow. Action will be Dynamo DB scan. I'm not sure if it's called scan. We'll see. And then resource will be that table. This one. Right here. So if I hit next, what's it going to say? DynamoDB limited read. So I guess that worked, right? So we gave it the scan permission. Okay, cool. Great. So that might basically work. So now if I'm on this site and I make a fetch. Do I have a fetch here? Yeah, here's one. Okay, so if I make a get, and I shouldn't have to put any body in the get. In fact, get is the default, so let's just get rid of it. Okay, so if we just fetch that, what's it going to say? 500, let's look at the log. Okay, so here, let's see, it's the comment get. Oh, did it say the same thing? Unexpected end of JSON input. Failed to unmarshal comment. You know what? I think that there is something still wrong in here. So let's take another look. Get comments. So we do client scan. JSON raw message. So this is not right. And we don't want the so this is not yeah, that's not what this is doing. It's scan the DynamoDB table using the helper method. That's what we're doing, is we're scanning. Declared and not used comment. Yeah, I don't think we need it. Okay, so yeah, there was some mess in there. Let's build again. First time chat. AconTXT. You. Here, let's AI. Do you have a complement for a contexts? Just for a context. Uh-oh. Looks like it didn't have one. Oh, yes, it did. Tiny digital pet? I have no idea what it means. Okay. Oh, it's referring back to the domain that Sims 126 talked about. Okay, whatever. So, let's upload the file. Okay, functions, comment get, code. This is too much ClickOps still, but whatever. So we'll choose the Lambda handler for comment get. And let's see what this does for us. All right, so it says it updated. All right, let's try fetching again then. Well, it says 500 still. Okay, let's see the log. It's not right yet. Okay, so we tried to scan. I guess that's good. Not authorized to scan because no identity-based policy allows the DynamoDB scan action. Oh, well, okay. Damn AWS, I host all my stuff on a boring Linux VPS. Yeah, Amazon increased the price. So now if you use their EC2 Nano, it's like $7 a month. You used to be able to get a free tier Nano. Or I think the free tier was a micro actually, but regardless, like they raised the price on the EC2 and so now I've switched to their serverless offerings, which are cheap. They are cheap. And I mean, I don't know. I guess they scale or whatever, but a Linux VPS, it's not that it's boring, but it is like it's the workhorse. It's the old standby. Okay. So, oh yeah, so I thought I had added a permission for the DynamoDB scan action, but I guess I just did it wrong. Let's look again. So this is the Aqua Vantage comment get, and it should have a permission. No. Oh, this is the logs. Okay, here it is. Configuration permissions role, and it's supposed to be able to scan. Oh, I guess I didn't save it. All right, so where was I doing that? Was that here? Let's just do it again, I guess. Oh, no, it was here. Save changes. I never hit save changes. Okay. Okay. All right, let's try again. So now the oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh, I heard myself saying that. It looks like it's base 64 encoded, possibly. Let's take a look. Text decoder. I don't remember how to use text decoder. MDN text decoder. Oh no, this isn't for base 64. Which one's for base 64? Is it this? Sure, let's see what it says. I think, okay, A to B. Is that what it was? Oh, that is what it was. Yes, okay, so that'll work. Oh, wait. There's emoji bake in here, though. Darn it. Okay, so we can use the text decoder, I think, to get rid of the emoji bake. Let's see. Text decoder. That's probably why I was thinking of the text decoder, or maybe not. But anyway, so we're going to create a text decoder and decode. And it's I'm guessing it's probably one of these Windows ones. No, I don't know what one it is. Oh, here, let me just look and fix that for you. No FTFY. Okay. Externally managed environment. Oops. Try brew install. Oh, darn. Use a virtual environment. Well, sure. Okay. Fixes text for you. I think we want fix and explain. Currently have a lifetime 50% discount on a server hoster I'm using, so trying to make my $30 Linux VPS on something like AWS or DigitalOcean, it would be easily be over 100 a month. Oh, yeah, 100 a month. It must be a good one, I guess. Yeah, I'm not trying to pay much of anything, but there are the DNS service charges and the charges for buying the domain. I'm hoping that the guy that I'm supposedly making the website for will pay for it. But well, I say that it would be nice, but maybe it's not realistic. $7 a year for my domain. So let's see. So it's 15 to buy the domain on Amazon, but I think there is a renewal. Let's see here. Where to get domain name cheap? I have a bunch of domain names already on Amazon. It's kind of crazy. Cloudflare. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Low cost, it says. All right, so let's search. It says, yup, it is cheaper here. It is cheaper here. That's crazy. This one, oh, .cc for $8. Oh my goodness gracious. And here, this one, $7.50. Oh, and it's .org. Well, I will probably have to come here or someplace like it next time. And this one's $7.20. .work. All right, fair enough, fair enough. I think it's fix and explain. So I have this Moji Bake. Ah, let me go again. Fix and explain. It didn't paste in escaped. Very sad. It says decode UTF, oh, Latin-1, and so it fixed the Moji Bake. So it was Latin-1, it says. Okay, okay. So then if I'm in here, I will say td equals new text decoder, I think. Recommend pork bun or namecheap.eu. Let's take a look. Pork bun. Okay. Yep. Dot online. First year sale. Well, well, well. Oh, renews at 26. Never mind. Did the cloud... oh, this one. Oh, dot work. Yeah, that was cheap on Cloudflare as well. These all renew at the same price, though. All right, so we'll say td dot whatever it was that it was supposed to be, the encoding. Oh, it says it's oh, we passed the label to the constructor. So this will be Latin -1. Okay, so then we td decode here, I believe. Latin -1 is invalid? Okay. So what was it probably supposed to be? Darn it. Latin -1 encoding. ISO 8859, is that one of the ones that was on there? Yep, right there. ISO 8859. Except there's a whole bunch of options. This one says -1. I'll just try dash... Well, let's see what it says if I try -1. So we want ISO 8859. Okay, it's not... Oh, array buffer. So it's not... Array buffer. Can we do like from string? Hold on. MDN string to array buffer. Create new. I was doing these before, but not very much. I don't remember hardly anything. It was last year. All right, so you can get an array buffer from existing data, for example, from a base64 string or from a local file. Oh, well, that's kind of what we just did, right? A to B. A to B. Decodes a base64 encoded string. Oh, so what came out when we did that? So this is a string, right? I think so. ASCII to binary. All right. I must admit, I was not expecting it to come out base64 encoded, but it's all right. At least I think it is. There's a toString. Oh, we want text encoder? Oh. Okay. It's a really ugly emoji bake, I must admit. Okay, so we want to encode and then decode. So the decoder will be the normal one, the default, but the encoder will be our ISO 8859. At least, yeah, I think so. So we'll take this. No. We'll take this. This. Copy. And we'll go TE equals new text encoder ISO 8859-1 TE encode this. Oops. Okay, so that came out, and now I think we should be able to decode it. TD equals new text decoder UTF-8. Yeah? They don't use a dash in it, do they? No, I have to look. Oh, they do. Okay. Okay, so then we'll decode, TD decode this. Nope, it's still Mojibake. Okay. What if this is 2? Is that any different? Oh my gosh. 3. So it said the explanation. So they encoded as Latin 1 and decoded as UTF-8, but Latin 1 is not an option here. Yeah, it says it's ISO 8859-1. Man, it seems that it did not work. So we took text encoder ISO 8859-1. This comment is not going to work. Ah! No. Okay. And then we tried to decode as UTF-8. This is what Fix This For You said it did. Encoded as Latin-1, decoded as UTF-8. And it fixed the Mojibakes. So that was great. But mine isn't doing it. (8859-1). Every character is encoded as a single byte. There are 191 characters total. Oh my goodness. Dynamo DB string encoding. It says DynamoDB stores strings in UTF-8 encoding. Okay, well, let's see what it looks like in there. DynamoDB. And let's look at items, comments. Okay, so here's the text. And it looks fine here. Sir Elfman. Wait, people casually use AWS? Yeah, it's cheap as fuck. It's very cheap. However, we were noting that you usually get domains on AWS for $15, and Cloudflare offers quite a few domains for less. So, if I'm willing to take a .work domain next time, I will definitely come to Cloudflare. But there are a bunch of them here, right? Now, some of them, of course, are more, but this .org on AWS Route 53 is $15, I'm pretty sure. So, I'd never put my CC near that site, haha. Well, come on, you know what you know what that is. It's a skill issue. All right. So, let's figure out my skill issue. So the text looks fine in the DynamoDB itself, but then I'm sending it apparently as base 64 encoded. And then when I decode it, it has emoji bake in it. So that's horrible. They'd be charging even after I'm long dead. Yeah, I guess that's the idea. Okay, so here's the text. And you can edit. Interesting. That is a weird tiny edit box, but yeah, so the emojis look fine there. But here they look like, oh, my head is covering it. Here they look like this. That's bad. All right. Okay, let me just Google it again. Okay, so we're gonna go Moji Bake Fix JS. Oh, here they have Windows 1252. That is what I had to use on my AI chatter. What are you using Dynamo for? Yeah, just to keep records of whatever's sent. Comments in this case, but I'm also using it in a separate table to keep appointments. So yeah, so Windows 1252. In my chatter, I had to I had to do something pretty ridiculous. What did I do? In the server util. The Moji Bake fix. Let's see what it looks like. Because this one did work for me, but I had this whole table that I stole from somebody's GitHub repo. And that's how I fixed the Moji Bakes. Let's take a look. So this is Windows 1252, a robust JavaScript implementation of the Windows 1252 character encoding as defined by the encoding standard. And they've got, at least I think they've got this big table of all the different code points. Where is that, though? Maybe they changed it. Maybe they don't use that anymore. Well, that's where I got the table from. Oh, maybe it's here. Index by code point. Yeah, they use this big table of all the code points. So that does work for the chatter, at least usually. And then once I have that table, I make it into uint8 array. And I guess I go through all the char codes. If it's in the basic Latin plain or whatever, then I'm just like, okay, that one's good. And then if it's in the table, then I use the whatever it is at the table. And I guess that's it. I don't know what this part is. Result index equals pointer plus 80. I don't remember why you have to add 80. Let's see. I think he does that same thing here, though. Let code point be the index code point for byte minus 0x80. Oh, interesting. Well, yeah, I guess that's fine. So I might do the same thing. Are you encoding incorrectly? Yes, I am. And it's very sad. This is what I got. This horrible emoji bake. Ah. So the A2B, maybe it's the A2B that is doing me wrong. So like if we do B2A and put an emoji in there, failed to execute B2A. Oh, it contains characters outside of the Latin 1 range. Okay, well there's our problem then. All right. A2 so we're gonna JS A2B emoji. Oh, that's not how you spell emoji. JS A2B emoji. Okay, so they did in okay. Encode URI component. Okay, so let's see what that does for us. Encode URI component. Where's my buffalo? Yes. Okay, so there he is encoded. And then he did unescape. Let's see what. Okay, yep, that looks like emoji bake. And then he did B2A. And there it is. So now if we do A2B on this, we should get it back. All right, so now what if we escape it? Ah, okay, so now what if we decode URI component? Do we get our buffalo back? Oh, we do. Okay, so we'll do that, I guess. So we won't use text decoder. That wasn't helping us. We'll do A2B, and then we will escape it. And then we will decode URI component. I'm nervous. Okay, so the emojis are back. All right, so now if we JSON parse this, is it going to be okay? Yeah. Yeah, that's totally all right. And so, that's what it's going to be. Let me check my laundry. This was a good comment right here. I need to shout this out. This was a super good Stack Overflow answer. All right. One sec. Let me check on my laundry. All right. 10 minutes. 10 minutes is what we got. Let me set my timer. Oh, my timer already says 10 minutes. Foul. Oh, my bad. I had a hard time reading that at first. Foul orderly W. Thanks for chatting. All right, so if we go fetch, yeah, so we're going to fetch like this. And then, so then we're going to go, then we get a response, right? So we want to look at response.text. Then when we get the text, we're going to want to, let's just console log it at first. So console log JSON parse decode URI component escape A to B T. Ah, well, okay then. All right, so there are the comments. It works fine. It works fine. All right. Let's put that into my JavaScript then. I don't think I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna log off in 8.5 minutes, but I'll make a start at it, I guess. Okay, so let's close here. And let's close here too. And let's go to the script.js. Okay. So I do have it. Let's see. Okay, so I don't have anything hooked up yet. So I'm not going to hook this up in the next 7 minutes, but let's make a start at it. First, before I do that, let's make a git commit. Add the lambda for getting comments. Okay. So then in here, when we go to submit a comment, let's send it to the API gateway. And we do that like one of these that I have back here somewhere. This one. Okay, so let me copy this. Then we're gonna go, all right. This is my best comment. Well. So yeah, we're gonna post to there, and we want to say this is going to be form fields sub-0 value. And this is going to be form fields sub-1 value. Okay. Yeah, that much is straightforward enough. Let's try that much. Okay, so let's open the local file. Do I not have it in here? Where's my index.html? No, let me find it. All right, sure. So I'm going to look at the comments, and I'm going to try writing my comment here. Doug, you suck. Submit. Okay, so I put it there. Now, let's see if it got put into Dynamo. Oh, no, it wouldn't. Of course it wouldn't here. You know what? I think the time has come to actually upload this. So, yeah. So it's not going to work here. It should say that it was rejected here. Let me try one more time. Oh, so I'm not going to let it submit again. That's good. At least I think it's somewhat good. Okay, so access was blocked by cores. Okay, that's as it should be. So let's go ahead and upload this to S3. Where's my S3? It's ClickOps time. All right. So let's go ahead and upload script.js and index.js. Where's index.js? Darn it. Script.js, index.html, and style CSS. So let's do those three. And then go over to CloudFront to make the invalidation. CloudFront. Whoa. Introducing flat rate security and delivery plans. Oh, that's crazy. All right, let's not show that again. Okay. Invalidations, create. Okay, let's create that. Two more minutes before my laundry is done. So I'm going to at least see if posting the comment works. As for getting the comments, I guess that's going to have to wait till tomorrow. In progress still. Oh my goodness gracious. Are we almost there? Ah. Suspense. I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna commit and I'm gonna log off and I'm gonna get my laundry. This is the last thing. This is the very last thing for tonight. While it's doing that, let me see who I'm gonna raid. I'm gonna raid again. I had a pretty good time, a decent time raiding the past few times, so I'm gonna do it again. I see that L:Q is online again, but I already raided him recently, so let's choose someone else. This guy has been online a lot for like a long time. So the name is Quantum Apprentice. For some reason I have some error, but maybe it's okay. Oh, really? Okay, invalidation completed, so let's go look. All right, so nope, this doesn't look right. Where's my comments? Are there supposed to be comments here? I totally screwed it up somehow. There goes my timer. Okay, so the laundry should be just about done. I think I can still hear it going. So it's probably going for just a few more minutes, but let's see. So in my S3, what does it look like? Wait a minute. I thought that should have been okay. And then in here, index HTML, let's download. Did it download? No. Oh, there it is. Um, sure, I guess. What do I want to open it with? I never use Emacs. Let's just see gedit. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, yeah, this looks fine. Are the comments here though? Oh, well, they wouldn't be because they're supposed to be added through the JavaScript, actually. Oh, there they are. Okay, I was just jumping the gun. All right, so let's take a look. So here are some comments, I guess. And so I will try adding one, and I will try adding one with emojis as well. So I'm going to say, you suck. And let's add an emoji. Do we have a zebra maybe? Okay. All right, so there it is. All right, now let's see if it gets added to Dynamo. Okay, comments. Explore items. Yep, there it is, Doug. Oh, wait a minute. When was this one added? That's what I put in locally, isn't it? That's not good. There's no way. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Where is my index HTML? Okay. Let's go find it. Okay, so here it is. Susan. I love your site. There's no way. So it says, yeah, cores was not allowed. That's as it should be. So there's no way it would get, if it got through to Dynamo, then I'm pretty mad. And I guess that's pure skill issue, right? All right, so let's take a look. Dynamo. Comments. Explore. No! What the heck? So, yeah, this is pure skill issue. So I guess I don't understand what the cores was actually supposed to do. Now, I thought the cores was supposed to block it from going through, basically. Let's look at the API gateway. I'm about to log off, so I'll probably look at more of this tomorrow. So on the API gateway, we have the cores policy or something, whatever it's called. Cores right here. So we allow these. We allow post. I do find that surprising. All right, let me see what the timer says on the laundry. Because once that's done, I'm logging off. In fact, if it's under 5 minutes, I'm just logging off. It says 14, actually. So some time was added. Nevertheless, I actually feel like I am ready to just log off. Let me see. Let me check my Git real quick again. So let's definitely not be adding this one.html thingy. In fact, let me just remove that. It didn't do me any good. And then what did I change in the script? Just added that fetch? Yeah, that's good. Add the fetch to the front end for saving comments to the Dynamo table. And there we have it. Okay, let me close. What else do I have here? Okay, ready to hop off. But where am I trying to raid to? Let me see. Gonna try and find somebody maybe more web dev related if possible. I don't know. No, this doesn't look good. Watch along on the Discord, it says. Let me look again. Is it a VTuber? It's not gonna load again. What the heck? Jackbox. All right, I'm just gonna raid to L:Q probably. I don't care. Actually, you know what? I do, so I'm not gonna raid. I'm just